Greetings, fellow Earthlings,
and welcome to this tiny garage.
A little bit of fun this week, every Porsche at the Peterson. Now you may wonder, who is this Peterson character? Well, there is Robert and Margie Peterson. Starting in 1947 with Hot Rod magazine, Robert Peterson built a publishing empire that came to include household names such as Teen Magazine, Guns and Ammo, and Motor Trend. So that's the Peterson part. Let's go look at some cars. The museum tour starts on the third floor and you work your way down. If you had a spare $1,000 in 1886 and you really wanted to make your horse jealous, you could purchase a 1-horsepower Motorwagen from Mr. Karl Benz in Mannheim, Germany. In this pristine reproduction by John Bentley, you can see where the horseless carriage first meets bicycle wheels and rack and pinion steering. For those of you who enjoy an all-wheel drive 911 C4, you can thank this understated Porsche 959 supercar for developing that system. Despite its understated looks, the 959 was developed for the madness that was Group B racing. In 1986, the 2.9-litre 450-horsepower twin-turbocharged flat six made the 959 the world's fastest production car. The 959 did not hold that superlative title for long. Next to the 959 is the very first production Yellowbird from German Porsche tuner Ruf, and this is chassis number 001. Based on the 911 964 body, the car's 3.2-litre flat six also has twin turbochargers, this time good for a top speed of 211 miles per hour. A stunning figure for 1987, and enough for Car and Driver to name it the fastest production car of that year. Hold on, what's the dog doing? Oh yeah, subscribe now. Delta says thank you. A Porsche 911 may not be everybody's choice of ideal desert racer. This 964 Desert Flyer, built by Jeff Gamroth at Roth Sport Racing in Oregon, proved everyone wrong by being the first Porsche ever to win Best in Class in Baja history. Believe it or not, it was a four-wheel drive C4 and they converted it to two-wheel drive. They didn't have time to fully develop that four-wheel drive system, but it still worked pretty darn good. If we take a look at some of the modifications they've done, in that rear window is an oil cooler with a very easy-to-reach relay. I wonder what the story is there. There is an intake hole big enough to stick a basketball or your head. The inside, as you can imagine, is fairly well stripped down, very businesslike inside there. The car was driven by Cameron Healy with co-driver Jeff Zwart, and Eric Healy, who is Cameron's nephew, did the navigating. Öl is oil in German, so that's where the oil goes. You can tell from that fender gap that this car has got some suspension travel, over 9 inches from a full off-road suspension package. The side mirrors remind me of Minnie Mouse, not sure why. Those look like some GPS antennas there. Moving around to the front, we can see no less than 6 headlights, and in the interest of approach angle, most of the front bumper is missing and has been replaced just with a tubular steel bumper. This early Meyers Manx dune buggy was once raced by American actor James Garner. You may know James Garner as fictional character Brett Maverick or Jim Rockford from the Rockford Files. Though this record-breaking Porsche 356-powered desert racer is far from fictional. James Garner drove the car in a real race called the Stardust 711 in 1968. Sadly, the car developed very real mechanical issues and did not finish the race. You know when you hear those stories of super boutique sports cars that are amazing in so many ways but ultimately doomed? The Bugatti EB110 here may be the poster child for that kind of supercar dysfunction. The amazing included supercar styling courtesy of no less than Marcello Gandini, resplendent with scissor doors, all-wheel drive and a glass-covered, quad-turbocharged V12. The dysfunction included a top-of-the-range Ford Escort interior, the reliability of a sugared-up toddler, plus the tiny complication of Bugatti going bankrupt in 1995, 4 years after starting production of the EB110. This car is one of the 139 produced. In 1998, Volkswagen purchased the Bugatti name to begin development of what by 2005 became the Bugatti Veyron. Continuing from the EB110, the Veyron has all-wheel drive and 4 turbochargers, this time feeding an 8-litre, 1,000 horsepower, 16-cylinder behemoth that gets these cars over 250 miles per hour. Instantly recognizable to Fast and Furious fans and, of course, Tavarish fans. This is Freddie's 2003 Lamborghini Murcielago. This was the screen-used hero car in the 8th Fast and Furious movie, Fate of the Furious, hence that license plate. All the fancy cars here at the museum look good. This car looks noticeably more pristine. The paint is amazing, and that stick shift is calling my name.
I would like if you would hit the like button.
There is a lot to say about this one-of-a-kind Faraday Future FF01 electric hypercar. In addition to the stunning looks and futuristic ergonomics, each wheel has an independent electric motor that can combine to generate 1,000 horsepower for a top speed of 200 miles per hour. If that's not good enough, the car's main party piece is a modular chassis that allows other vehicle types to be bolted onto a common, self-contained chassis and powertrain. The Bond in Motion exhibit is at the Peterson right now. I could not resist taking a look at some of those vehicles. Right as you enter the museum, this Hiller UH-12 is from the James Bond classic From Russia with Love. What does a mid-century light military helicopter have to do with Porsches, you may ask? Well, this whirlybird is powered by a 9-litre, 320 horsepower, air-cooled flat 6. Look familiar? And it's also dripping oil on the garage floor.
No! Hit the notification bell, it's up there.
Yes, please. The Batho sub. A play on the word bathyscaphe, I presume. I wanted one of these so badly when I was a kid. It was distressing to see James Bond beat the living snot out of it in Diamonds Are Forever. Though through the magic of movies, both Blofeld and the Batho sub seem to have survived. This is Wet Nellie from the 1977 James Bond movie The Spy Who Loved Me. It's a Series 1 Lotus Espirit. This is the original functional wet sub from the movie, piloted by ex-Navy SEAL Don Griffin. This, therefore, must be the same screen-used Wet Nellie purchased by Elon Musk in 2013 for $1 million. Apparently, Elon has plans to use Tesla technology in this thing to make it function just as well as its fictional character. I can't wait. There's that giant lipstick that James shot at the hottie in the helicopter. This is a Q-boat. This oversized jet ski powered by actual fictional jets was featured in the 1999 James Bond movie The World Is Not Enough. It's actually powered by a 5.7-litre V8, which sounds plenty fun to me. I think there's almost enough buttons. What do you think? So that's the Peterson Automotive Museum. It's open 7 days a week, 10 till 5. It's located in the Hollywood Beverly Hills part of Los Angeles. It's $17 for an adult ticket. Check it out. And for all you regular viewers, I promise I am back to working on the Carrera next week. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for this week.
Thank you very much for watching.
Till next time. Bye.